In today's episode, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on another flanker from the Evoke line of fragrances from Middle Eastern brand Ajmal. This is called EVOKE Midnight Edition, and it could just well be the most interesting and high quality one in the whole Ajmal range. But to find out why this is so good, stay tuned to this episode of Mags Frags. Yes, hello again and welcome to this latest episode of Mags Frags, where it's the fragrance that's the star of the show. My name's Paul, and today's scent of the day is Evoke Midnight Edition, which is described as a spicy aromatic fougere fragrance for men, and it comes in an eau de parfum concentration. It's available in a 90ml bottle size, and I picked this particular one up from a website called Makeup UK, and it costs £30.28, and it is the latest addition to the Evoke line, and this one came out in 2022. Okay, so into the presentation, and yet again Ajmal have absolutely nailed it with this one. The box comes in a deep midnight blue colourway, and you get this kind of starburst effect on the front, and it's in like a raised metallic textured finish. There's also a little round window on the front, so you can see part of the bottle design inside, which none of the older flankers had that feature. There's the name of the fragrance that runs up the side there, and then down below you've got the name of the house as well as the size and the concentration. At the top is another little Ajmal logo, which is printed in like a chrome metallic colourway. Then around the back you've got all your product information and all your social media handles, etc. At the bottom you'll find just a barcode, and then on the side is where you'll locate the batch code on this one. And the batch code on this is 800009687. The bottle comes in the most beautiful metallic midnight blue colourway, and it's absolutely stunning to look at when you've got it up close. But it does attract quite a lot of fingerprints as soon as you start handling, so you might need a microfiber cloth on hand. The bottle shape is the same as all the other flankers in the line, and these little cutaways on the side just make it easier to hold when you're spraying it. And you also get these circular indents both on the front and on the back, but they're just kind of a design, like a design feature. It is a fairly minimal design, and it looks expensive, to be fair, and a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances can look a little bit tacky, but the presentation on this is right up there with all your top designer Western brands. There's a plastic click-on cap and also a chrome atomizer with a really decent quality spray distribution. And overall, I would say that this is the best looking one in the line by a mile, and the colour on the bottle is absolutely a treat to the eyes. Okay, so into the note breakdown, and the top notes in this one are pink peppercorn, raspberry and tangerine. In the heart we've got violet, saffron and cardamom, and the base notes in this are patchouli, tonka beans and musk. Okay, so this one opens up really bright and lively with plenty of tart raspberry, and this is sweetened up by the more sweet and juicy tangerine note. These fruity notes are garnished with a mildly spicy pink peppercorn note, and to be honest, the opening of this is different to any of the fragrances that I currently have in my collection, and it's pretty rare that I come across a fragrance these days that doesn't instantly remind me of something else. But this starts out with a really pleasant and enjoyable fruity opening that's quite tart, but it's not too sweet, and it does have a bit of a spicy kick to it. However, it's not long before it starts to dry down and develop into something quite different once the heart notes and the base notes start to come through and make themselves known. The heart notes of saffron and cardamom produce an exotic spiciness that bring a bit of a Middle Eastern vibe to it, but there's also notes of tonka beans and violet that combine, and they kind of sweeten everything up with kind of like more of a warm, sweet, leathery undertone. It's at this point that it does start to have a more familiar smelling scent profile that reminds me a little bit, and I mean a little bit, of something in the ballpark of Cairo or Alfetti from PENHALIGONS, but without as much rich complexity. It's certainly not a clone of either of those two fragrances, and it's only like a fleeting reminder that I get due to this having a prominent saffron note mixed with some sweeter accords. You could also say there's a hint of Tuscan leather about it, with the inclusion of the raspberry and the leathery tones, but for me this is a unique standalone scent that I haven't come across before. It's a rich and warm smelling fragrance on the whole, with a really nice fruity sweetness and lots of Middle Eastern spice. And I think it's edging more towards smelling like a niche fragrance rather than a high-end, high street designer scent. Some people may find it a little bit challenging, but I think it's a really high quality aroma that smells really rich and luxurious. And it was actually quite a surprise when I smelt this for the first time, because I wasn't expecting something so high quality. Yeah, this is probably better suited to the autumn and winter seasons, but I'd have no problem myself wearing it all year round. It does have a rich, warm and mysterious character with a very comforting aroma, so it would be perfect for a more chilled night out or perhaps a date night. It has a mature, grown-up elegance about it, and I'd say it'd probably suit people more over the age of 30. I suppose you could get away with wearing it as a work or office scent, especially if you wear a smart suit to work, but for me it's more of an evening fragrance for like a semi-formal occasion. In terms of the performance, I'd say it's decent enough, but so far I've not come across an Ajmal fragrance that has kind of blown me away with its projection or longevity. This has a moderate projection for about an hour or two, and then it becomes a lot more subtle, and people will have to be in pretty close proximity of you to be able to catch a waft of it. It's not a room filler by any means, but it's not bad for a £30 fragrance. And if you want better performance, you can always give yourself a few extra sprays, or just carry a little 5ml decant around with you and give yourself a top up every couple of hours. I'm always of the opinion that I'd much rather have an amazing smelling fragrance that needs topping up every couple of hours rather than one that lasts all day and just smells like crap. Okay, so in summary, I would say that this is a really impressive, unique smelling fragrance that I'm pretty sure that you won't have come across before unless you've got a really comprehensive collection. It smells expensive, and even though I said before that it edges more towards smelling like a niche fragrance, it's still quite mass appealing and a very easy scent to wear. The all-round presentation is fantastic, and the only criticism that I have really with it is its performance, and I just wish it just lasted a little bit longer. But for £30, it's a superb value for money, and I can't really ask for much more. So overall, I'd give this an extremely solid 9 out of 10. Okay, so that's about it for this latest episode, but don't forget, coming up tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the Evoke Silver Flanker, and if I've got the time I might even give you a bit of a 2 for the price of 1 deal, and also let you know my thoughts on Ajmal's Zeal, and that'll be in a separate review. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow to hear about everything you need to know about these two bad boys. And as always guys, if you found this video useful in any way and you've got any value from it, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to also subscribe to the channel. It is also great to hear all your opinions, your thoughts and your critiques on all of the fragrances that do feature in these reviews, so don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to this latest episode. Keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.